Be done? Yes.
Yeah.
Can
Let's go in there. Yeah.
Are we also, we are made up of our experiences, that the present self is a concert of what you've been through. It's like the baobab tree, that process, you've gone through it, right? And so are we at the danger also because we still seem to be entrenching this thing in boys today? And I'll give you an example. It's a very painful one to hear. But a story comes out a couple of weeks ago about boys in secondary school that are being raped and or sodomized, not by anybody who's older than them, but by their colleagues, their mates in school. And this is a reality for a lot of boys, not just in boarding school either. And that's not even the thing. So if you can possibly put that aside, what boys are being told by one to the other is, you know what, just you man up. That's what they're told. You man up, you handle it, and you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
So you go to where the rugby is being played, where the football is going played, and you say this to another boy. And what does he say to you? He's like, yeah, it's normal, but you know what? We man up and it's going to be okay. And this is a narrative that when you come home, you tell your parents, yeah, you know, this is happening, ma, but you know, we'll get through it. That is one example of a thing that happens to somebody that they're not going to talk about. And these are boys who are growing up to be men. If that's the thing that you're entrenching at that age, I can only imagine the damage that's then being done by the time this boy becomes a man.
That is a horrific story. And I would hope that this is an exception and not the rule. One of the things, particularly when I speak to whether it's parents or even speaking to, people who are like my corporate clients, I tell them, I think things like emotional intelligence and how to manage and handle your emotions should be taught in school from as young as primary school. There are some countries where it's already part of the curriculum. Mm-hmm. Countries like Denmark and Australia, they're already taught resilience at the age of 7. Mm-hmm. They don't even need to go home to learn that. They're learning it in school, or how to be empathetic. Where we have this peer-to-peer thing, particularly in that young age, where you have maybe a 7 or an 8-year-old or a preteen doing something unspeakably wicked to someone else and then telling them to keep quiet, that is something that I think this, whatever institution or school, needs to be able to stay on top of. Yeah. But it's also the responsibility, I think, of parents at home and of caregivers to interrogate, and when I say interrogate, have these conversations with these young boys or these young men and ask them what is going on and allow them to speak and create that psychological safety that I was talking earlier, that you can say anything and there will not be untoward repercussions for you revealing, say something like that. But just talking about your feelings. Yeah. Have that thing. And by the way, it goes both ways. We're having dinner time today, or we're in a, some sort of family event. Put the phone away. Face this young man with your body language, your eye contact, tone of voice, and ask them what is going on. And you'd be surprised. Some of these very sort of, shall I call them, basic ways of communicating, whether it's communicating with our peers or